Welcome to the Life Happens podcast. I'm your host, Grace. And as you know, the Life Happens podcast is a podcast where we take our spirituality, everyday practical things to create this beautiful balance that you see before us. As you can see, we are so damn balanced that we're talking about side chicks today. Can the side chick be the main chick, or can she become the main chick? I don't know, but we're going to find out today, okay? As you guys can see, we have a guest today. I'm excited to have Justin from Elevate. Hey,
hello.
What you been up to? Because you have refused me numerous of times to come on as a guest. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm. No, I never ever refused. So that's all hogwash you talking right there.
I was exaggerating. That's all. But we're really happy to have you today, Felicia. What's up,
girl? Nothing much. How y'all doing? Y'all have a great weekend.
Yeah. Actually, wait. I had a great Friday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you do?
Don't ask me that. Insa said it was bomb. But that doesn't matter at the moment. How about you?
Oh, me, I had a wonderful weekend. I always have a wonderful weekend. Anytime I'm relaxing and doing my thing, I'm having a good time. I actually went to go see The Little Mermaid this weekend.
How was that?
Interesting. Interesting. I actually went by myself.
Oh, okay.
Early in the morning before all the kids could get there. So, yeah, to me, it's too long for a kids movie. You know, the kids kind of started getting restless. It's 2 hours long. Wow. I didn't realize that at first, but yeah, interesting.
I got invited on a date to go watch it. That kind of shocked me. I was like, really?
Was it a first date?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay.
But I had mentioned that I wanted to see it, so kind of like, oh, okay. Well, the fact that you're even considering like doing that, he's like, just don't tell nobody. I'm like, oh no, I just tell the world.
Absolutely.
I mean,
I ain't going.
I would have rather watched Spider-Man than Little Mermaid. Actually,
yeah, but I want to see it. I do want to see it.
I saw that last night with my kids.
Was it good?
It was long, and I don't know. I made the mistake of getting the 9:15 show, and it was we didn't get home till late, so it was a long day.
Wow.
So y'all, I have to tell you something. My oldest went on her first date.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What's wrong?
He wasn't shit, but anyway.
Okay.
Oh.
But the experience was good. She needed to experience that.
What happened?
Ninja. Okay, I'm telling your business, sis. Is it okay? Okay. So she didn't tell me this, but he had picked up. Well, I knew he picked up at 7:00 because he came. Okay, background. They went to high school together. So I was okay that it's the first date because I know where your ass live. I can get you and your mama, right? So he picks her up at 7:00. And if you're picking someone up at 7:00, you think dinner's involved, right?
Right.
They're kids, though.
They're not kids. They're 20. The hell? So anyway, they watch 2 movies. I'm like, why did you agree to 2 movies? When she gets in the car, she texts me. She's like, mother, he is so unattractive. I was like, do we need to create an emergency? And she was like, nah, I'm going to tough it out. I'm like, shit.
I thought they knew each other. So she would have known he was ugly.
No, he regressed.
Mm.
He not taking care of himself.
Yeah.
Well, he regressed. Okay. So anyway, they watch 2 movies. They watch Spider-Man. What's the other one? Okay, and they watch The Boogeyman. Now, he's been after her in high school, asked her out several times. She said no. She said, you know what? I'm going to agree to this man because why not? Shit. When he dropped her off, he did not wait for her to come in the house.
Oh.
She didn't even get on the sidewalk. I don't like this shit. And you know, I train my kids that, you know, especially my girls, like, hey, this is this kind of stuff you need to look for and stuff like this. So she knew what was not right.
Mm-hmm.
What else happened, sis?
Before that, let's talk about
Okay,
that.
you want to come on and tell them?
I can't.
Okay.
Yeah, let me lay down for this. I'm tired, y'all. So yeah, see, I'm in bed today.
No, that's okay. Anyway, the date was bad. It was really bad. What?
Well, when we were coming to the car after the movies, he tells me.
Oh, hold on. What? So when they get after the movies, they walk into the car. He was like, "If I wasn't lazy, I'd open the door for you." The fuck? What you mean?
Why would you even say that?
Then the Negro had body odor. You couldn't even wash your ass for the dates, my God. What's the best one? No, we're talking about other shit. No. Okay, bye, sis.
No.
But anyway, so I had to experience this with my child, and I was like, text his ass and cuss his ass out. So she said, no, I'm gonna tell him. So she spoke to her godmother. The godmother said, no, he may be crazy. So she texts him, and his response, he was guaranteed a cussing out. So she cussed him out. And I thought that was my proudest moment, Joe. When I read that, I was like, this is my DNA, y'all. This is mine. It's mine.
Definitely.
So it was a bad first date, but it was a good experience. I'd rather her go with somebody that's like she knows and that's local than some ninja on a dating app, okay? I feel better because I told her if you meet somebody
But you take naps.
First of all, I'm grown. Okay?
She's grown. She's 20.
I
just said they're kids. You was like, no, they're not. They're 20.
Oh, no. But she's just 20. It was I can go on dates because I know how to manage myself, and I don't let nobody pick me up. You're not picking me up. You're not.
Yeah. Well, because I gotta go.
Right.
That's why I like lunch dates. 1 hour, start, finish, let's go.
Coffee dates. Like I went to a park one time with this guy. I knew I was never gonna see him again in my life, ever, never. Like he was a different race, so I was like, I'm gonna try different things, right? I was like, nah, this is not gonna work. He was nice, but for somebody else, you know.
Right.
Anyway, guys, also a question. Do you guys think that you could be side chicks? And Justin, do you think you could be a side dude? Would you ever consider that role, or have you guys ever considered that role?
Do you want me to answer first?
Please answer first.
She said Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I want to be a gentleman on the show, so I want to go ladies first for sure.
You gotta be yourself.
I don't want to be like the boyfriend that gave the bad date experience.
No. Oh God. So would you ever be the side dude? We want to know this from you because we like with this 3 women, 1 man. We want to give like in my culture we feed our men first, so we're asking you first. So.
To be honest with you, at this stage in my life, no. Have I before knowingly? No, but unknowingly, yeah, of course. I think we all, men and women, I think we all have, played some type of role before without knowingly. But if you're asking knowingly, would I go into a situation and do it? No.
Okay. But when you were younger, you considered it, is what you're saying?
No, I did it unknowingly when I was younger. I mean, now it's too dangerous of a situation because it's 2 things that'll push a man over the edge. That's his money, kids, and his wife. Those 3 things, will push a man over the edge. And it's not worth, losing or risking your life over to have a few moments of a young lady's time. Not worth it.
And not to mention health issues. That's another thing too. We don't really talk about and stuff like that. We don't, which I think is so important. I think a lot of times we focus on the emotional aspects of things and not, I could get a disease because you may be going into something, using protection, but then that may change, right? Because you feel comfortable, you really like the person, and that's okay if you guys agree upon that, but you know you both safe. But most of the times in that situations with side and main, ain't nobody been safe because you're comfortable. You're viewing these people as your wives anyway, or both your girlfriends, I think. And I'm just saying from African perspective, okay? Because that's a whole nother thing. Because them ninjas right there. But we're not gonna talk about that yet. Okay, so Tonya, let me ask you: have you ever considered being a side chick?
Okay, so young Tonya, you know, I had my little run-ins. I had a couple. I'm not gonna say a couple. I can remember at least two, and it wasn't knowingly at first, but when I did find out, I didn't start. And this was young Tonya. This is like 20-ish, 5, and you know that. But I got a lot of stuff. So that was young Tonya. This Tonya, no, I definitely wouldn't. But guys lie a lot too, though. So it's kind of hard. And now I think I'm at an age where I can kind of tell. So no, he's married. So they'll lie to you like, oh no, we just live together, but we're not together type thing. Those lies happen all the time. Donald did it to me. I mean, clearly he told the whole damn town, no, we're not together. We just live together.
How the hell?
They do it. Guys do it.
Oh yeah,
no, we're not together. We just live together. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, come on now.
Yes,
they do that.
But that's not uncommon, though. It's really, truly not uncommon. I mean, everybody's situation, in my opinion, is very unique. So you have to go into it with a clean slate and not project your judgment on your past experience with the next person, because you never know what you could possibly miss out on or what you could possibly learn. Mm-hmm. And if you already know that, okay, I feel this way, don't be afraid to communicate that and ask those tough questions. And then you make the decision based on your own observation as well as what he's giving you. Because if a man is not making time in regards to, hey, I can't talk right now or whatever, then 9 times out of 10, that's because he has that significant other. But if he's in a situation where, okay, I'm responding or whatever the case may be, then you may need to sort of weigh some things out to figure out, okay, well, what's really your situation? What's really going on?
Right. You said something key, Justin. You said ask the difficult questions. But we don't do that because we don't want to hear no, or we already know inherently, but we don't want to hear that. And it's something I've been teaching my kids. Like if they want something, don't worry about whether I say yes or no. You don't know that until you ask or until you say something. So to me, it's kind of like the same thing. Because I'm probably going to say no, but still. If I say no, you can find another route. Anyway.
All right.
Right? What about you? I didn't know your answer, but I want to hear yours.
Who, me? Oh, I don't do second string. I never was that chick that, but I've met several guys. I've actually met a guy when I was in college that was like, yeah, me and my girlfriend still live together, but I didn't want to put her out. We're at the end of the semester and she didn't have nowhere to go. Ooh. So, and I was like, well, when you fix that, you call me. But, I don't do situations. I never have. So it's just, y'all know I'm selfish like that.
Yeah, clearly he needs to get himself together first, but not.
Yeah. But I've heard men say, I mean, even being married, I'll say, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm flattered, but I'm married. They'll be like, well, I'm married too. Like, for real? Like, no. Or they'll say, is your husband happy? Or are you happy? I mean, it's like, okay, dude, I just said I was married. Like, but in this time and age, like, even with those type of situations, you have to be really careful because people kind of crazy. Some men don't take rejection well at all. It's like, oh no, I'm flattered, but I'm married, or I act like I don't hear them and keep moving. So yeah.
I would say like it's been about 3 weeks now. I went to Boomer Jack's and I was by myself. I was waiting on someone. It was her birthday. We were going to meet up. And this guy came and sat next to me. We started talking, whatever. And, he's a doctor. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we're having a conversation because the hospital's right there. And he didn't have no wedding ring or anything. And then he said something. He said, my wife. I said, oh, you're married. And this is like, I'm like, whoa, okay. So I looked, no ring. And then he was like, but it's okay. I'm Muslim. I can have multiple wives. And I was like, whoa, whoa, I just met you.
So that's fact. In that culture, you can.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I just met you, first of all. And I was like, yeah, but I'm not. And yeah, I was like, does she know you're here? She's like, he said, I get to go out on Thursdays. I'm like, oh, okay, well.
No.
So you get to go out on Thursday.
He gets to go out on Thursdays.
Yeah, no.
But I'm seeing that's more common now, that there's husbands and wives that have a mutual understanding, and they set what they consider boundaries in regards to what cities or what areas you're allowed to play in. And I mean, that, to me, it's very, very scary to see this stuff, because it's like, man, marriage really, the value has really, really tanked. And I know that's, sounds rough, honestly, but it's just the true nature of what we in the society that we live in today. And just like this, man, like you were just explaining, Tonya, he's a doctor, so he's looking at it from a financial perspective, which means, hey, I can afford to take care of multiple wives as long as you're okay with understanding this is what it is. You play your role, you good. And you also have to understand what women are putting out here, what they're portraying. With the rise of social media, it's making it easier for men to view women as just one certain way or one certain object. So there's really no need to really get to know who the person is. You just see her for that one desire and that desire only. And whatever it takes to obtain that desire or get that desire, that's what you're going to
do. I'll say this. For me, I couldn't do that personally. And even though I come from a culture where it's normal, I mean, I have siblings in Africa right now that have households, main households, where they have their wives and their kids, and then they have other women. And do their wives know about it? Yes. We just don't talk about it. And one of my siblings said to me, because I asked it, because when I was at home this past time, he wanted to introduce me to his. I was like, why though? Like, I don't even live in Africa. What do I need to know her for? And he was like, no, I want you to meet her. So then I told him, hell no. Then he's like, hey, let's go somewhere. So I'm thinking, because I said, hell no, no. Baby, we went to this village. It was like a village. And he picks up, the girl was 25. He was taking her to the grocery store, like dropping off at the grocery store. Then he was going to send an Uber to pick her up. Okay, listen. She's telling me, your brother is so fine. My brother's 60 freaking 5. Now, he is fine, though. He is. I ain't gonna lie. I know what them Africans are eating and drinking, but he is. And she's telling me how amazing he is in bed. And I'm like, bitch, come now. Like, I don't know. So she was like, very, like, it was too much. So the culture I come from is not abnormal. Now, for me, I've been in America too long. We don't play that shit. No. I cannot honestly say I can do that, because anyway, it's not gonna work. But before I continue, do you guys think I should play the video now? I think so.
Yes. Yes.
Can the side chick become the main?
No.
There you go. Wait.
No, for sure.
Wait.
For sure.
Why she run away?
Huh? The side chick can become the main chick, and you're gonna go from the woman he was cheating with to the woman he's cheating on.
And what kind of mess is that?
You don't agree? Go ahead.
I don't think that's inherently true.
I'm talking about not just with your. I'm talking about with your heart.
Yes.
I say no. Hold on, Fontaine.
First of all, I want to say I'm not making no excuses. You feel me? Like, I'm not making the side chick okay. But sometimes men are in situations that require them to be present. Some men got households that they trying to keep up. Some men got wives that are taking care of their children, and if they leave her, their kids gonna be up. And the side chick, the one that they've been in love with for the past 15, 20 years. I know men who've gone through this personally. And when the opportunity came, they moved in with the woman who had their heart. You feel me? When their kids grew up, or when the wife was financially able. I'm not saying that is okay, but we got such a stigma about the other woman and how the man value her and how she value herself, when you have no idea what the bounds of their relationship are and what they building over there. You feel me?
I don't give a damn. This shit pisses me off a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. Okay, Tonya, what do you think?
I mean, it's possible. I mean, it happened to me. Hell, and you know,
Where do you became married?
No. My ex, the girl he was seeing on the side, he's with, and he married like 3 months after I left. And so it's like, okay, so I mean, it can happen, and like he said, I'm like, hey, for me, one thing that I had to learn too, what I learned from this is I don't have to understand everything. Clearly there's, that's something she's offering him, something that I couldn't. And shit, I'm winning at the end of the day. But then he was always still trying to come back at me and still doing this. And I said it the very, very first time I was on the show. But the way you get a man is the way you lose that man. I don't care, because what you put in this universe is what you're going to get out of it. So me at my maturity now, that's why I wouldn't do it, because like I don't want that happening to me. Like that sucks. Like to actually take care in a relationship, and then to know that like you have all this other stuff going, that hurts. So I think it's bullshit. But I mean, it's possible. If a woman wants to do it, then oh God, heaven forbid a woman leaves. There's a double standard, and to me, it's like, okay, it's okay for. I don't know, honestly. Like I just think it's now at my age. I would never. So I don't understand why other people do.
Well, I've seen that type of relationship play out in real life. Like I was really young, and my mom's friend dated this guy that was married, and they dated for many, many, many years. And I would say about 10 years ago, like when I say many years, I'm talking about 20, maybe 30 plus years they dated. He was actually married for 50 plus years, whatever. So I saw him, deal with her until she was no longer useful to him. Like, how women we get older, and, she gained some weight, whatever, what have you. And this woman died alone. She had nobody, she had her kids and stuff, but she had nobody. And I also seen that same man take care of his wife up until her death. So it's like people say, oh, he loves me more than he loves his wife or whatever. Yeah, I've seen that. And I've also seen women that take these men husband, and then the husband is not what they thought he would be. He ended up being more of a burden to them. Like he gets really sick, or he has issues. She had no idea he had those issues, but I truly believe in karma. I truly believe in karma. So
thank you.
Yeah, that's the hospice husbands. That's what they do. They get old, they hoe when they're young, then they suddenly meet somebody and they want to get married. And 6 months afterwards, your ass is sitting on the toilets and you collapse because you never said you had diabetes and shit. And I'm like, how long did you know this?
Yeah.
Hospice husband. That actually really happens. People like experience it.
I actually heard a celebrity say that he's not getting married until he gets in a wheelchair and can't move around no more. It's like, who wants to marry you? I don't care how much money you got. Who wants to marry a problem?
Well, you could get in nursing, and you could leave his ass, since you want to talk about you want to get married while you're in a wheelchair. And then you could have a side dude, I mean, this way it's since
yeah, see, there's the double standard.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of what's that
that's
movie?
Not. Go ahead.
When the guy, what's it?
The Tyler Perry one.
Yes, I'm thinking about when she wheeled his ass.
Yeah.
Oh, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's BS. Come on.
I would have done it. Hell, I would have done it.
I wouldn't even taken care of him.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. Me too. I'd have been laughing.
You're terrible.
Find somebody else to do it. You got a woman and a kid. You wouldn't let me have a kid? No, you go find your woman and your kid. No, I'm not taking care of you.
But on the video, the guy says, the second guy that spoke, he said that she can become the main chick, because that typically happens after the grown up or whatever. But then my thing is, it's like you living this life with this person and it's not real. Like you don't really fuck with them, really.
Well, how do you really trust that person?
You don't. That's why you don't
exactly.
You know,
they're gonna do you how you, same way, like
because he's definitely gonna do you the same way.
Yep.
Well, you gotta think of it this way. Usually, when a man makes that type of decision to sort of make the side his main, you're not being smart because she knows everything that you don't like. She knows everything that you complain about with your current situation. So guess what? She's going to put her best foot forward. And once she feels like, yeah, I got that title, then that wears off because she becomes comfortable. You become comfortable. You become complacent. She becomes complacent. And then you're back to square one again. You're back to wanting to feel that need or that void of, I just want to, escape, or just, someone that understands and gets it. Like, you're never satisfied. So to me, those people are what we like to call selfish people.
But it's the joy of the chase too, sneaking around and all this. So now you're no longer sneaking around. It's no longer exciting. Real life kicks in, and that's where the side chicks are saying, I don't want to cook. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Well, real life kicks in. That stuff's got to happen. He wasn't looking good because, he was by himself. He was looking good because there's probably a wife at home making sure he take his medicine, making sure he takes making sure he has clean clothes. Whatever it is that his wife does for him, now that's your job. So.
Yeah,
but not only that, but you also have to understand that there's a thing called, honestly, spruce it up, role play. Hey, we're gonna go to this bar, pretend like we don't know each other. Right. I'm gonna, make it. You have to get creative, right? So at that point, when it's about the chase, okay, once you accomplish what you want to accomplish, then what are you chasing? There's nothing else there. But when you're, trying to establish something, when you're trying to build something, when you're trying to make one life or two lives become one life, then that's where the satisfaction comes in my opinion. And a lot of people, especially my generation, I feel like we got it wrong. I think that love is your finished product. Love isn't what you start with or what you go into a marriage with. No, that's your finished product, where you can look at a person just like the movie y'all just mentioned, Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Although she was hurt and, upset, she still had enough love for that man that she took care of him. You understand? Right. So to me, that's just what it is. And that's probably why, just like in the movie, you saw him being apologetic, wanting to fight for it, wanting to make things right, wanting to make things work. When a person puts forth that type of effort, then you realize what you have. But sometimes us as people, not just men, but as people, we don't realize what we got until it's gone.
But so hold on though. I was thinking about something, y'all. I think side chicks are kind of like a dopamine hit. Think about it for men.
Easy.
So I don't know if this just came to my head, and I don't remember who got me on it, but a good time gal. What, it was either a movie or somebody told me that before, like, oh, that's just my good time gal. Oh, okay.
Well,
that's right. That's the same thing. Like this old school people, a good time gal.
So in the video, the first guy said that no, the side chick could never be the main chick.
They can.
Nope, they can't.
Yes, they can.
Sometimes they can. I've seen it happen multiple times.
No, never. But
I think it depends on the man's mindset too.
No, but we're saying
leave their wives for their side chick. I've seen that. It actually marries the side chick.
But you're saying main chick, and when from a male's point of view, when I hear main chick, that is my top of the tier. That's the top of the pyramid, right? So
I get what you're saying. So she's gonna be like one of the hoes.
Yeah, she's gonna be his favorite hoe.
She'll be favorite hoe, but she's not gonna be.
But not my girl. She's not my girl. She's my hoe. That's not my girl.
God.
Because my girl is this girl I fell in love with and I fucked up and I ain't seen in a couple years, but she's still up there.
Because it's certain things when a man really truly values his woman and really like loves his woman and sees something in her, it's certain things he won't even allow himself to do because of how he views that woman. And with a side chick or with a number two or whatever you want to call them, you're living out any and everything that you can think of, because at that point she's really disposable to you. So you have the mindset of you're expecting, I'm gonna get a phone call, oh, I'm not happy, I'm not this, I'm not being satisfied. Well, I got another dude. Okay, cool, that's fine. But guess what? When I call you, I still need you to be that number two for me. I still need you to play your position. And I try to explain this to people that I mentor, whether it's young men, young women, especially young women. Once a man has had you sexually, in his mind, he can always have you. So you're always going to make yourself available for him. And that's what happens with these side people.
Say that again. Once a man has you sexually, what?
He always feels like he can have you, truly.
Have you sexually? I mean, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I get it from you ladies' point of view, where it's like, nah, I ain't doing that. But you gotta pay attention. You already put yourself in the most vulnerable position you could ever put yourself in with a person. So there's a level of comfortability there that he knows. So he's comfortable, whether it's, hey, I'm available, or hey, like you want to meet up, have a drink, just to sort of test the waters. But that level of comfortability makes him feels like, yeah, you're going to be available for me. And it may not be that blunt or that brash, but ultimately that's the end goal is, hey, cool, know this girl, whatever. And not to pick on you, Tonya, but you just said it. Like, your dude left and married the side chick and was still hitting you up, still trying to, hey, what's up? What, like that right there is your prime example.
I have a question, Tonya. When you look at this other woman, what does she look like, sis? Is she cute or no?
She's not ugly.
Oh, because I've been looking to see what they look like.
Yeah, I mean, she's not ugly. Because
that
face is smushed.
And sometimes it's not about the looks. Like I said, I've seen men that have divorced their wives to marry their side chick. And sometimes it's not necessarily about looks.
I just want to feel good about myself. So I want to look at the other chicks and be like, girl, you aight.
But I'm not that type of person either, because I'm not gonna judge like, okay, well, she aight, like
I am.
I'm not, because I'm the bigger person when it comes to that. But you know what I'm saying, and I'm not. But I don't know. It doesn't matter to me because I know I look good. I know what I can do. So
I don't think it's comparative. I think it's woman. I'm going to look at the other person. I just am. Now I'm not going to stay in that place, because I think in the process of healing, for me, I have to be honest and realistic about shit. I'm going to look at the other bitch. I'm going to see in my mind, what does she have that I don't have? Now, I'm not going to try to be like her, but I want to know, like, and like Felicia was saying, it's not about looks all the time. It's really not. Because I have seen, I saw my ex-husband with another woman. Go, bye.
Sometimes it's just the lowest hanging fruit, the easier picking, you don't have the ones they don't have to work hard for.
Or the ones the ones that got somewhere to stay that they can stay for free.
It depends on the man. I mean, if he your man, first of all, if he your man, he got somewhere to stay. I hope we're choosing better men.
Okay.
But if he your man, he got a place to stay. He just, won't put around. But I think I heard something the other day that really hit me. I've been married for going this next month, it'll be 25 years. But that person had said that you will have 5 different marriages, and they were absolutely right. My first 5 years of marriage was something totally different than my second, my third, my fourth. We had a marriage with kids, that life. We had another life of marriage with young adults. Now we are like empty nesting, and our marriage and our relationship has changed with each one of those. And I think a lot of reasons why people, especially married people, don't work out is because they don't set goals. If you as a couple, because I've noticed, this is what I've noticed. It's not,
what do you mean?
It's not any statistics, but what I've noticed is we plan to go to college, we plan to get this type of job, and we plan to get married, and that's the end of the plan. It's like, okay, what is your marriage going to look like? Me and my husband plan to travel the world. We plan to, have that marriage where we have grandkids. We plan. So it's other plans. We keep planning the next steps of our lives. And I feel like when people stop planning what's next, that's when the cheating sets in, because, it's like, like you said, you're not doing role play. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. So it gives your marriage an open door to do something different. Or maybe your husband just don't like the phase of your marriage. And I've seen that. Like my friend, her husband hated having little kids, but once his kids got older, like he kept leaving, literally when their kids were little. But once their kids got bigger, he decided to stay. So so there's just different phases of marriage.
Wait, hold up.
Mm-hmm. So like you said,
left when the babies were small and came back.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah. I mean, you say that, but she has small kids.
How many kids and how small are they?
2. A year apart.
A
year apart.
Yeah.
2 kids a year apart. 2 years apart. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no. Because I want to.
It's easy for us to sit here and say no, we wouldn't do it. But you have 2 small kids and you're married and you've tried to have kids for so long and you really desire to have that family. You will try to make it. This Felicia wouldn't, but maybe Felicia 20 years ago would have.
Well, when you say that, it puts it in perspective, because this Rabia would definitely not. Never.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay, we did a lot of feedback. Do you guys hear that?
Yeah, it's
weird.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like it's recording and we can hear ourselves saying what we said before. Never woman who calls out. Okay.
Does anybody have a window open?
I have no window open.
Okay.
I don't know what they do.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, so like I was telling you, back in Africa, this is very common. And they train you, and I've said this many times, they train you from a young age that if your husband cheats on you or has another woman, you never leave your house. You never leave. Like, you don't leave. You stay and you. But y'all, that
so
I've seen.
Felicia, yeah, a little bit. Felicia, I wanted to ask you, actually comment on what. Anybody have what?
Yeah, it's not.
Okay,
I think it's his connection.
Problem. Okay. This is the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I've never.
Let's read some comments. Overton Claiborne says, "Side chicks can graduate." Overton. I don't know. Hey, Ben.
I think they can. I think they can graduate.
I guess. But then would you want to graduate?
No.
I don't. See, the thing is, I think if they've been, like you were saying something very good earlier, you said some people will die alone because they've been the side chick for so long, right?
Yeah.
And then they just like stay in that role, and then this motherfucker leaves and takes care of his wife, as he should. I mean, you agreed to this role and you were doing this. So
yeah.
Ben says, "Is a show playing on somebody's computer or laptop?" Not mine.
Not mine.
That's what I say. Mine's not.
Mine is on my phone. Just my phone.
Is Justin frozen? Like he's moving in slow motion.
Yeah, I think his connections.
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, when she becomes old and she ends up being by herself, right? But I feel like I don't really feel sorry for her because she agreed to this life. Like you had to say yes to it, even if you came into the situation unknowingly. Like when you found out, sis, what's up? What did you do? You stayed.
Good man, Robbie. A lot of times women have that scarcity mentality. Like, this is a good man. You know, I've been by myself for 5 years, and you know, he's good to me. He pays a couple of bills, and you know, there is nobody else. They feel like there is no other man that wants them. So yeah.
If he was a good man, sis, not you, but other sis, he ain't gonna do that.
That's right.
It's your definition of good man.
Girl, you're right.
Everybody's
You're right. It's my definition of good man. He ain't gonna be using his meat on other people.
You know, and then some women are raised in that environment where their mom had men in and out the door, or their mom says, you know, a piece of man is better than no man. You know, depends on your mentality, like what you mentally grew up thinking and believing about me. And there's some women that, you know, say automatically all men cheat anyway. That's their mentality.
No, I can hear it's slow.
We can't hear you, Justin.
Yeah. He needs to unconnect and connect back.
Disconnect and connect back, Justin.
Well, I did want to ask Felicia a question if y'all can hear me.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
This feedback is about to take me out.
He needs to reconnect.
Okay, Justin, can you go out and come back? Because I can hear you, Felicia.
Can you disconnect him?
Yeah, and
he got it.
Well, no,
he's out.
Yeah, he's out, but he's not out.
Oh, here he comes. Oh no, is this a new connection?
It was still doing it after he went out.
Yeah.
I'm moving, so just moving.
Okay, go out. Because I'm interested to hear your question.
Oh no.
Tonya, you are grinning, sis. What you grinning at?
So my best friend, she's watching the show, and she was like, "Why are you making those faces?" And so I'm telling her why I was making those faces.
Yeah, Tonya, why are you making them faces, girl? I think it was Justin's connection. Now that he's gone, I don't hear that. Yeah. Do you guys hear?
No, I don't hear it.
So back to what I was saying. I can't feel sorry for the side chick, even if she got into it unknowingly and then you found out, but then you kept going. And so, yes, as a woman, we are more emotional than when we get attached. And Justin said something very profound. So he said, if a man has sex with you, he always feels like he can have you. So he feels like he always has access to you. I don't know if I really like that, though.
You don't have to like it for it to be true.
I know, but I don't think I really like that too much.
Yeah, I mean, it's some guys that actually feel that way.
Yeah.
Like, you mine, like, forever.
But is that realistic, though? Think about it.
No, it's not.
Especially in the side chick situation, you know? You know what I hate is when you're sitting on leather and then your thighs be sticking to the damn chair.
Yeah, that's just like that guy that dated that was married and dated a side chick and got the side chick pregnant. Well, he ended up divorcing. This was on one of those housewife shows. He ended up divorcing his wife, and the side chick thought he was gonna marry her or get with her, and he ended up dating somebody totally different outside of her.
That's because he was just looking for coochie. Okay. He wanted a variety of coochie. That's what that was.
Yeah.
That would suck though, like getting pregnant and then having to deal with that.
Yeah. Then listen.
Okay, Justin. Back.
Justin,
do you have a question?
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about the comment that you made earlier about your married friend divorced to marry his side chick. I just really wanted more clarity on that. So you feel like that was something that was in him that was coming in regards to, man, I know I'm not happy. I don't want to be with this woman. I'm about to leave her to marry this other woman. Or was it truly I just met this side and I'm madly in love with her and I want to marry her?
Well, I met this. Well, okay, I have two stories, two totally different stories. The first one is I met this side chick, and now I fell out of love with my wife. I'm gonna tell her I don't love her no more. And he married the side chick. It was another story where they met as friends. They, I guess, hooked up over a period of time, and he ended up telling his wife, I don't want to be married to her anymore, divorced her, and marries the side chick. So, you know, it happens. It actually, I've seen it with my own eyes. It happens.
Justin CJ hating. Justin, you on here? Yes, he is.
Yeah.
You said, nigga, you
That's my young bull.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. Everybody's red cup, okay? Representing, he's.
Don't worry, I got you, CJ. Don't worry.
That's funny.
So yeah, I believe it happens. I've seen it actually play out and happen. But I've also seen single women, and this is growing up in the hood, where I see the single women dating these married men that have just a little bit more money. I'm not saying a lot more, but a little bit more. They can put something on the light bill, they can put something on the gas bill, whatever, what have you. And these women end up dying alone, and these men are still with their wives, you know. So I've seen both, you know, where the side chick never graduates, and I've seen where the side chick becomes the main chick. But in those instances where the side chick becomes the main chick, her behavior, she knows what to look for if he's going to cheat, because she was there. She knows his places, his things, his mannerisms. So she kind of knows, you know, just like she, you know, she knows because he did it with her. You know, she knows.
So she knows she has a role.
Right.
But that's the scary thing about it. But that's the scary thing about it. It's just like what Grace said earlier. Like, if that's the case, then you're never going to trust that person, period. So what's the point of even trying to establish something like that, knowing that you're never going to trust that individual?
Right.
I mean, even for a woman, if you but that's not accurate, because you hold the keys to relationship. Well, you hold the keys to sex, and men hold the keys to relationship. So it's on you if you decide that that's what you want to do, and if you accept a man's proposal or not. I'm pretty sure she didn't go out and propose to him.
She better not.
Yeah. But I've heard a woman say, and I really
I mean, you would say, you would think that.
Go ahead.
No, I'm good.
Okay, I've heard a woman say you can take anybody's man, and any man can take anybody's woman. You just gotta listen. If he's saying she don't do this, she don't do that, she done got fat, she done this, and you go and do all those things that he's complaining about, and you or she goes or he goes and does all those things that you're complaining about. And women are, I trust some women, but I don't trust women that try to take people men because they'll be like, if you was my man, I would do this. If you was my man, I would cook you dinner. If you was my man, ooh, you looking good today. Ooh, you smelling good. They know what to say. They just do, you know. That's why it's important that the wife is doing, you know, if some woman tell my husband he smells good, he done heard that a million times from me. That ain't nothing. Yeah, that's what I do. You know, so it's about your relationship, you know, and how you allow that room, that space to come in for that other person, you know. Like if a husband never buys you flowers and you have a man at your job buy you some flowers and send to the job, you know, you be like, ooh, you know, he bought me flowers and he did this, you know, easy.
CJ says, laughing my ass at Felicia, that's the most dangerous girl on the roster.
I'm here to tell you. I'm telling you like it is. I've seen it. Y'all, I have worked in multiple professional environments. I have seen husbands come up there talking about they gonna kill. Where is so and so? They at the desk talking about, I'm gonna kill this man. He's messing with my wife. So I've seen it play out, and I've seen the guy that's messing with the wife flirting with the woman and how he flirted with her.
Ooh. I just thought of a story, y'all. Let me read this comment though. Or a guy that'll say, "Me personally, I would never have cheated like that." Yeah, shut the hell up. You lying, dude.
Yeah.
So when I worked for a particular company, but I was single though. Okay. There was a guy that was trying to talk to me, and he was different. I can't tell what he looks like because, anyway. Okay, so no, not the company we work for, Tonya. I was married then. No, sis. Okay. So anyway, he calls me one night, and we literally have a conversation like all night. But then the next night, a woman starts calling my phone. And guess who it was? It was his wife. I didn't know the nigga was married. And I was like, oh my gosh, gonna beat my ass because she sounded like a big black man. It was probably like 6'6". Like I was like, her voice was heavy. Like I was like, shit. But I've almost been in a situation, but not quite in a situation, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's very easy because you'll be, not you, Justin. Okay, men be lying. You'll be lying. Because I say this, if you tell me the truth,
we're in a time, Robbie.
I think
the lie.
Yeah, if you give a person that opportunity to make a decision for themselves, you'll be surprised at the outcome. You really would. And I think that, regardless if she's gonna like it or not, she has to respect you for giving her that. And vice versa, same thing. It goes ways. If a woman does that with a man, you're giving him that opportunity to make a decision, and a sound decision for himself versus making the decision for them. And when you make a decision for someone, that's because you're inviting them to live in a fantasy world that they really have no control over because you're in the driver's seat.
And I need to read CJ's comment because CJ, you're not allowed to come on Life Happens anymore because of this comment. He wasn't single, Grace. Boy, bye. CJ says, my man's Justin ain't told a license. Look great. Bye.
That's right. That's right, CJ.
On Instagram, Erica says, men who cheat are going to cheat. It doesn't matter what a woman does. She also says, I need more of you in me. I'm just a crybaby who gets my feelings hurt all the time. I ain't going to cry. I'm going to beat your ass.
I actually don't think men are going to cheat no matter what you do. I think that it's with most men cheat. And I'm not justifying cheating at all. But usually if they're a cheater, they're a cheater. That's just what they are. But there are situations that can go ahead, like in a relationship, that allow him or encourage him to go ahead and cheat. I've seen men who are married to women that literally talk to their husband like he got a tail. If he was a cheating man, if I was a cheating man, I would cheat on that woman. You see what I'm saying? I think sometimes we set up the environment. If he a cheater, he a cheater. But I think sometimes he can be in an environment that would encourage that behavior. You can't stop anybody from doing what they're going to do, but I think you can encourage.
But I really think that women don't really understand that respect, I feel, is a sixth love language because men need that shit. And when you disrespect the man, honey, he ain't never gonna come back. He may stay with you, but he ain't gonna be there, right? I mean, you need to control your mouth, period.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I don't encourage it, but I've heard women talk to men so bad. It was like, who's she talking to? That's the husband? Like, golly. And you wonder why he can go to work and this woman say, oh, you looking good today, daddy. He like, oh, I'm looking good. He's not getting that at home.
Right. Because that's her work husband. That work bullshit right there.
Yep. Yep.
I could tell you stories, but I'm not. CJ says, laughing my ass off, Felicia. That conversation has never happened in the history of black men because black men don't cheat.
Okay. CJ is living in a fantasy world.
Okay, because CJ be lying.
CJ got it right on the money.
Yeah, see, listen, now look at you now, really. And then Willie says facts, but I mean, you're right though. We create that environments, really. We do.
Because nobody teaches us how to be married. Nobody teaches us how to be wives. Nobody, I mean, by teach, I don't mean having a class and a workshop. I'm talking about by example. How many, I mean, if you look around, how many good marriages, black marriages have most young children seen? I would tell you 80% of my friends had single parents.
And so me growing up in a Hispanic, me growing up in a Hispanic household, like most of the men in my family, they always had other girlfriends. Or yeah, my grandpa would run around with these young girls. I'm like, oh, so embarrassing, you know. But they accepted it because they took care of the all of us. So,
but
they accepted it because it was the best option for them. And to Felicia's point, you're absolutely right on the money. I mean, it goes both ways. For us as men, we're not really taught how to be husbands. A lot of us are having to figure that out as we go along. But the problem is you have women that project that on men, saying that, you know, oh, I want to be married, or my expectation is this, or you're not a real man if you can't do this, that, or the other. Well, why am I going to take advice from a woman telling me how to be a real man and you're not a man? Like, it doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Okay, y'all. CJ says, laughing my ass off. I done lost my ex-girl to a FedEx manager at one point. He was cracking her shit.
You clearly wasn't doing something right.
You were not cracking her back, clearly. Because she was having sex in a trailer.
And for real. And it's hot in there.
Yeah.
So wow. She was trying to get it by any means. Any means.
And CJ, you young though. What's up?
Yeah.
Like, how you not? And I see CJ on Facebook all the time working out, so I don't know what's up. That this woman had to cheat? The hell?
But a lot of side chicks move. I've seen side chicks move like they're main chicks, you know. That's my man. Taking pictures, going on trips. That's my man. That's my man. You can't tell them different.
Everybody's man, shit. Laughing my ass up. No, we're not helping you because what are you, 26? How old is CJ?
Yeah, I think he's like, he's young.
Yes.
Like, young.
Yeah, I think CJ's like 26, I believe. 25 or 26, one. He just had a birthday.
Oh,
wow. Happy birthday.
That's too funny.
Yeah. So yeah, back to get back to what we were talking about, the side chick wanting to be the main chick. I actually think that she can have his heart.
But
sometimes people marry the wrong person. You know, a lot of people don't get that. Like sometimes people they just literally grow apart. That is a thing. Like y'all might have started out, y'all might have been good, and then you see, he stopped dreaming. He's playing video games, and y'all bills to do, and he don't care. You know, and you're going back to school. You're trying to better yourself. You actually grow apart, and that's when you see a lot of people get a side chick or whatever because the wife ain't got time for that no more.
So hold on, you broke and you got a side chick?
Yeah, most of them have got side chicks.
All the time because they ain't got nothing else to do.
Going to a job every day, ain't got time for all of it.
You know what? If you broke and you playing video games, anyway, I want to say something really dirty, but I shouldn't say it. As a woman, my body's not gonna work.
Just sound like the priorities ain't straight. You broke playing video games and you dealing with side chicks. Your priorities are all messed up.
I mean, the fact that he's got a side chick, of course, that's but now you add the other shit. It's like pick a fucking struggle. It's like I struggle. Like you can't fail at school and then to like one or the other guy, like not both. Now you broke up and you
Girl, it happens. You know,
Girl,
I've seen
it's a struggle.
story that kind of blew my mind. It's like you living in a hotel and you got a woman and a side. How do you have a side chick? You live in a hotel. You live in a long stay hotel. The side chick helping paying for the hotel for me and my girl.
But what does that say? But what does that say about the women that allow that type of behavior? What does that say about them? She's signing up for it.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, not blaming dude. She's at fault as well.
First of all, she's staying in a long stay hotel with this man. Let's just start there. Let's just start. We're in a long stay hotel. Let's just start there. We don't need to be in a relationship. We got other things we need to be trying to do besides trying to be in a relationship. Like find a better job, get a better position in life, you know. Because this lady said something. She says a man that doesn't have a house, a means of transportation, a man that doesn't have a place to live, a means of transportation, and money is not ready for a relationship. He can't survive on his own. So we're picking these men that don't have the basic needs. They're not looking for love. They're surviving. They're moving in with women that got places. They driving her car. They're using her money. That man is not ready for a relationship if he doesn't have a means of transportation, money, and a place to stay.
I'm telling you, it's that dopamine hit. I promise you, it's that. CJ says we need an Elevate and Life Happens crossover episode next week. I'm just saying. We need to talk about that. That would be cool.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. But you know what, though? Everybody needs to have red cups. No, but Tonya cannot have a red cup.
I don't know how to stop, you know, and I get a little wild. And I'm trying to change.
Yeah. Y'all don't want me to have a red cup. You definitely don't want to hear what cup.
I got it. I got one today, but it got pineapple juice.
Okay, now you and CJ are 20 because I know I need to. But anyway, guys, we're at the end of our show. It's 8:02. Justin, we want to thank you for coming. We thank you for
Justin.
And I need you and CJ to
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, yeah, we'll see you guys next week. Oh, wait. Yeah. Bye, everyone.
Bye.